This is K. Himaja, lecturer in EEE department in SRRS Government Polytechnic Sirisilla. This part 18 presents the problems in utilization. In last class, means in part 17, covered the different terms in utilization and also the relation between the different equations. Part 17 presented plane and solid angles, luminous flux, luminous intensity, lumen, candle power, illumination, mean horizontal candle power, mean spherical candle power, mean hemispherical candle power, reduction factor, lamp efficiency, reflection factor and beam factor, and also covered the relation between different terms. So today this part 18 will covers the problems in utilization. So the problems in illumination means utilization. So what is the relation between plane angles, solid angles, mean spherical candle power and mean hemispherical candle power? So the first problem is a 200 volt lamp takes a current of 1.2 amps. It produces a total flux of 2860 lumens. So calculate the mean spherical candle power of the lamp. Here efficiency of the lamp means next class I will explain. The topic will cover. So here the voltage is 200 volt. So first we have to write down the given data. The voltage is 200 volt. Current is 1.2 amps. Flux is equal to 2860 lumens. So calculate the mean spherical candle power of the lamp. So we know the standard equation, and also in the last class we covered mean spherical candle power means in all directions the flux illuminated in all the directions, means the mean of candle power of source in all directions in all planes. So that is the mean spherical candle power. Here So the mean spherical candle power is equal to means intensity is equal to flux per solid angle means 4 pi. So the total flux means here 2860 by 4 pi. So 4 pi means 22 by 7. So the value becomes 227.59. So the intensity becomes 227.59. Next one. Next problem. A room with an area of 6 into 9 meter is illustrated by 10 80-watt lamps. The luminous efficiency of the lamp is 80 lumens per watt and the coefficient of utilization is 0.65. Find the average illumination. So here the room means here 6 into 9. So first write down the given data. So the room means here room area 6 into 9 meter, 10 80-watt lamps. So the total wattage becomes 80 into 10. Next, the luminous efficiency of the lamp is 80 lumens per watt. So here per watt 80 lumens. So for 800 watts this value becomes 80 into 800 is equal to 64,000 lumens. And the coefficient of utilization is 0.65. Find the average illumination. So first write down the given data means here room area 6 into 9 meter square, total wattage 80 into 10 800 watts. The flux emitted by 10 lamps means 80 into 800, so 64,000 lumens. Next one, the flux reaching the working plane is equal to 64,000 into coefficient of utilization, that is 0.65. So the value becomes 41,600 lumens. Now illumination is equal to flux per area so the flux becomes 41,600 by area 54 meter square. Now the total illumination becomes 770.37 lux. So we know the standard equation, illumination is equal to flux per area. Illumination is equal to flux per area. Standard equation important for ESET exams also. Illumination is equal to flux per area. So 41,600 by 54. So finally the value becomes 770.37 lux. Next one. The luminous intensity of a lamp is 600 candle power and also find the flux in the hemisphere containing the source of light and 0 above the horizontal. So here so find the flux given out. So first we have to write down the given data. Intensity is equal to 600 candle power. So we have to write down the standard equation. Intensity is equal to flux per solid angle. Intensity is equal to flux per solid angle 2 pi. Intensity is equal to flux per solid angle. So we have to substitute in this equation. So the flux emitted by the source is equal to intensity into solid angle omega cross multiplication. So flux is equal to I into 2 pi. I into 2 pi. So here 600 into 2 pi, because the flux value become, we have to calculate flux value, we have to calculate. So now substitute in this equation 600 into 2 pi. So the value becomes 3769.911 lumens. Next, the flux emitted in the lower hemisphere. So this value becomes the same value flux emitted by the source, 3769.911 lumens. 3769.911 lumens. Next one. So we have to now covered the relation between intensity, solid angle, mean spherical candle power. Now next problem, the percentage of light absorbed by the globe. So the problem, the flux emitted by a 100-watt lamp is 1400 lumens. 1400 lumens placed in a frosted globe of 40 centimeter diameter, 40 centimeter diameter, and gives uniform brightness of 250 millilumens per metric square in all directions. Calculate the candle power of the globe and the percentage of light absorbed by the globe. The candle power of the globe and the percentage of the light absorbed by the globe. So now first we have to write down the given data. The bulb rating is 100 watts. The flux lumens 1400 lumens, and the diameter of globe 40 centimeter, and the brightness 250 millilumens per metric square. In all directions. We have to calculate the two things. The candle power of the globe and the percentage of light absorbed by the globe. So here, first one, flux emitted by the globe is equal to brightness into globe area, means 250 by 1000 into 4 pi into 40 by 2 whole square, because brightness into globe area. So 250 millilumens, so we have to convert into 250 by 1000 milli. Area means 4 pi arc square. So 4 pi into diameter is here 40 centimeter. So convert into radius 40 by 2 whole square. So now the value becomes 1256.63 lumens. Next one, flux absorbed by the globe means flux emitted by the source minus flux emitted by the globe. So that is the flux absorption. First of all, what is the source output? Means bulb. And flux emitted by the globe, that is output. What the globe emitted is, that is flux absorbed by the globe. The difference between these two is the flux absorbed by the globe. So 1400 minus 1256.63. Here the 1400 is the, in the problem already they are mentioned. The flux emitted by the 100 watt lamp is 1400 lumens. That is flux emitted by the source. So 1400 minus 1256.63. Now this value becomes 143.36 lumens. And next question, the percentage of the light absorbed by the globe here. The percentage of light means the flux absorbed by the globe by the total lumens emitted by the lamp. Already we are covered in the last class this equation. Now, so the value becomes, the flux absorbed by the globe means 143.36 by the total flux emitted by the lamp 1400 into 100. So the value becomes 10.24%. 10.24%. That is the percentage of light absorbed by the globe. Next one. Next problem. A surface inclined at an angle of 40 degrees to the rays is kept 6 meters away from 150 candle power lamp. Find the average intensity of illumination on the surface. Here 40 degrees to the rays. A surface inclined at an angle of 40 degrees to the rays is kept 6 meters away from 150 candle power lamp. So first write down the given data. So 40 degrees and the intensity I becomes 150. So now, so the average intensity of illumination on the surface. So first to draw the figure of the 40 degrees. So 40 degrees and 6 meter away from 150 candle power. So here 150 candle power, it is surface 150 candle power and 6 meter away. So theta is equal, theta becomes, here it is 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So -90 degrees, so minus 40 degrees is equal 50 degrees. Because the total angle is 180 degrees, here 90 degrees plus 40, the value becomes 130. Now 130 plus 50, 180 degrees. So now theta is equal to 90 minus 40, 50 degrees. So we know the standard equation. Illumination is equal to I by d square cos theta or I by h square cos cube theta. Anyone we can substitute in these two equations, equation 1, equation 2. I by d square cos theta or I by h square cos cube theta. So here in this there consider the equation I by d square cos theta so I means 150 by d 4 into cos theta means cos 50 degrees. So now the value becomes 6.026 lux. 6.026 lux. Here a small modification, here it is 4 meter away, not 6 meter, 4 meter away. So illumination is, now substitute in this equation and finally we got 6.026 lux. Here 4 meter, not 6 meter, 4 meter. Illumination, the units as lux. So anyone we can substitute, we will get the same value. I by d square cos theta or I by h square cos cube theta. Anyone. So now this part, first one, 5 problems are covered. Now first one, The efficiency of the lamp, I will cover in the next class this one. So the mean spherical candle power of the lamp means total flux by 4 pi, and second one, area, and the luminous efficiency is mentioned. Find the average illumination. So these problems are important for ESET exams as well as for 2 marks questions. 1 mark question, short questions we may expect this type of models for short questions. These are covered already in old questions, this type of models. Small rand, the values are changed. And also the flux emitted by the source means the source of light is above and light and 0 above the horizontal. And next one, the percentage of light absorbed by the globe. So we have to calculate the flux absorbed by the globe. First we have to calculate the flux emitted by the globe, and second one, flux absorbed by the globe, and finally we have to calculate the percentage of light absorbed by the globe. The percentage of light absorbed by the globe, and finally a surface inclined at an angle of 40 degrees. So from the source to surface, the angle there mentioned. So we have to calculate the theta. Next, substitute in the standard equation. Illumination means I by d square cos theta or I by h square cos cube theta. Here I have to substitute in the I by d square cos theta. So 150 by 4 square into cos 50 means 6.026 lux. So illumination, the units as lux. So next one, laws of illumination. So mainly 2 laws of illumination are present. First one, inverse square law, and second one, Lambert's cosine law. First one, inverse square law, and second one, Lambert's cosine law. So the inverse law means, so this law states that the illumination of a surface is inversely proportional to square of the distance between the surface and A point source. Point source means inversely proportional to square of the distance, means 1 by d square. Illumination is inversely proportional to distance at the power of 2. Power of 2. So here in next class I will explain these two laws of illumination in detail. So here proof different areas. So for first area 1 by d square, for second area 1 by 2 d square, and next area 1 by 3 d square, because the distance is different, d, 2d, 3d, like that. But the illumination is inversely proportional to square of the distance. So in this topic we are covered the different problems, basic illumination part. So here this is a topic in chapter 4. So first we are covered the nature of light and its propagation in part 16. So the nature of light means illumination. So the study of illumination engineering is necessary not only to understand the principles of light control as applied to interior lighting design, such as domestic and factory lighting, but also to understand outdoor applications such as highway lighting and flood lighting. So here what is the best illumination means that produces no strain on the eyes. So nature of light means it is electromagnetic energy radiated from a body, and human eye is capable of receiving it. Human eye is capable of receiving it. So a hot body means 500 to 800 degrees C means a red hot, and white hot means 2500 to 3000 degrees C, and also the wavelength of the light varying from 4000 to 7500 angstrom unit. So 1 angstrom unit means 10 power minus 10 mm. So here the wavelength of the visible light means 4000 to 7500. So in between different colors are present: violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and infrared colors are present. 4000 represents a violet color, and 7500 presents the infrared color. So the blue, green, yellow, orange, red and infrared and red colors are present in between violet and infrared, means 4000 to 7500. The human eye is most sensitive for a wavelength of 5500 angstrom unit. 5500 angstrom unit. So it is in yellowish green color, because 5000 is the green color and 6000 is the yellow color. So the combination is greenish yellow color. So in the wavelength diagram, the y-axis is the sensitivity and the x-axis is the wavelength, means 4000 to 7500. So the short wavelength shows the blue and violet, and long wavelength is the red, because 7000. And the wavelength of orange, yellow and green, orange, yellow and green, be the middle of the visible region of wavelength, and the center is the 5500 angstrom unit. It is a greenish yellow color. It is not suitable for most of the applications because it is greenish yellow color, not suitable for most of the applications because greenish yellow color. So intensity means flux per solid angle, different terms. Next, mean horizontal candle power means the candle power of source in all directions in a horizontal plane. Mean spherical candle power means the candle power of source in all directions in all planes. Next one, mean hemispherical candle power. The candle power of source in all directions above or below the horizontal plane. Above or below the horizontal plane. So the reduction factor is the mean spherical candle power to mean hemispherical candle power. The lamp efficiency means luminous flux by power input. This is important for ESET exams as well as for government jobs. One questions we may expect. Next, utilization factor means total lumens reaching the working plane to the total lumens emitting from the source. The total lumens reaching the working plane to total lumens emitting from the source. That is utilization factor. Next one, maintenance factor. So the illumination under normal working condition to illumination under everything is clean. That is maintenance factor. And depreciation factor is the inverse of maintenance factor. So absorption factor means the total lumens available after absorption by the total lumens given out by the lamp next reflection factor means its value is always less than 1. The beam factor is usually varies from 0.3 to 0.6. So these are the terms are covered in PPT 17, part 17. Illumination, the nature of light is covered in PPT, means part 16. And part 18 covers the different simple problems, short problems on basics of illumination. And next class, I will explain. And next PPT presents the losses of illumination. Two laws are present, inverse and Lambert's. So first one, inversely proportional to the square of the distance. And second one is basic on the cosine law. So these are the important laws in illumination. So we may expect the essay question from these laws of illumination. So thank you for watching this video.